Good morning, everyone. It is 5:15 in the morning on Saturday, and I just came out and looked at my dough, and it was literally risen over the sides of the bowl. So, since Rick is still in bed, and I had to get up and let the dogs out, I am going to go ahead and shape my dough, and then I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. So I'll be right back. Okay, I deflated my dough just gently with my hands, and then I spread a little flour out on my board, and I just dumped it. It turned right out onto the board with no problem. This dough is very supple, and it is not sticking to my hands, and it feels really wonderful, and it smells really wonderful. So I'm hoping that there's still enough life in it to give it a second rise. I'm a little concerned, but like I said, this is a learning process, and live and learn. And to be very honest with you, I checked it before I went to bed last night, which was a little bit before midnight, and it was already doubled in size. I was kind of hoping it wasn't going to rise over the side of the bowl, but it did. So I did note that there was a little bit of crusties around the top where it had risen over the bowl. So so I just kind of picked those out before I deflated it. So then Rick is standing next to me now.
What are you talking to?
He didn't know who I was talking to. So I think I'm going to give him the camera, but you're not going to see me in this segment because I am a fright, and we just all woke up. So I'm going to give him the camera, so just in just a minute you'll see me starting to shape the dough. Okay. Like I said, you can see it's really beautiful. So I think I'm just going to shape this into a boule. I'm hoping that it does what I want it to. And then, if you don't know what that is, a boule is just a round loaf. And we'll see what it does. But maybe I will just do a loaf. Let's see. See, that's the beauty of bread. It's whatever you want it to be. Yeah, I think that's perfect right there. That was really easy. And now I just took out a pizza pan because it was easy. I was going to use my pizza stone, but I have to go dig it out from under my bedroom dresser because that's where I keep it. I'm going to rise it on this, and maybe later I'll bring out my pizza stone and preheat it in the oven, because I think that's really the best way to get the crispiest crust. So what I think I'm going to do is, let's see here. That looks pretty good to me. Well, I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking that might not be big enough. Because I don't know how much bigger this is going to rise, but here, we'll do that. Actually, and grab another piece of parchment paper. And we'll do this. Okay. Now, we're going to let this rise a second time, and then we're going to bake it. This is not going to cut it anymore because I don't think this is going to fit around my pizza pan. It barely fits around my pizza pan, so that's not going to give it any room to grow. And I wanted to show you. I don't even know if you can see it, but yeah, you probably can. These darker spots I picked out because they were around the edge, and they kind of got a little dried out. So I just picked those out. This is a learning process, folks. I'm not going to waste this whole recipe of dough just because of that. So, and really, in the desperate situation, we wouldn't be throwing away even a bite. So, what I'm going to do is, and what I'm thinking is putting it in my oven like I did and turning the light on. This oven is really a little toasty, so that's why at least I know I have a viable sourdough, that we did something right, because all of the live yeasties that are in there did their job. What I am hoping is that the long rise time will give us a really nice artisan airy kind of crumb in there. You know, like when I go to the grocery store and I buy that really crunchy loaf of sourdough bread with all the holes in it. I love that. So I'm just gonna stick this back in the oven, and I'm gonna let it rise. I'm gonna come back and check it in about 30 minutes because I don't know how long it's gonna take for it. But I'm thinking it's gonna take longer than 30 minutes, but I'm gonna check it anyway. I'll bring you back when I check it. Okay, it's been a little over 2 hours since our last update, and I took the plastic wrap off of it, and all I'm doing here is I'm just giving this a little sprinkle of bread flour, because that's how all those artisan breads look. I have preheated my oven to 370 degrees, not today. I'm just going to bake this just as it is. And into that oven it goes, and then I forgot to do something. I'm gonna get a pan of water and put it in there beneath the, actually I'm gonna do Cat's Cradle's trick. Handful of ice cubes. Steam. There we go. That'll make sure that there's a lot of moisture in that oven while that bakes, and the ice cubes will melt and they'll continue to make steam, and hopefully it'll work out. So here it is. This is going to be a test of all of our work. Obviously our sourdough is activated and wonderful because I didn't add any yeast into that dough, and it was a monster. So I'll be very excited to see how it turns out. I'm going to keep this in the oven for about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to check it for brownness. If it's too brown, I'm going to put some aluminum foil over it. Just rest it right on top, and I'm going to bake it in total for about 30 to 35 minutes. So I'll be back when it's time for this to come out of the oven. Okay, the timer just went off, and look what we have. Would you look at that? I don't know if I could be any more thrilled. I'm so excited. Listen, that is a beautifully baked loaf.
And too bad you can't smell it.
Of sourdough bread. And look at the bottom. And I should have put some corn meal on the bottom when I put the dough down, but you know, at 5:30 this morning I probably wasn't thinking all that clearly on a Saturday. So that is beautiful. I'm gonna let it cool for a little while and come back and slice it so that you can see the crumb on the inside, so that we can all see the crumb on the inside, because I want to know what this looks like.
And I want some.
And he wants some. Because it is just 8 o'clock. So I'm so happy. It's nice and crusty, and I think throwing those ice cubes in the bottom of the oven, thank you, Sue. I think that was a great idea. So, I'm going to go and let this cool down, do a couple of other things, and then we'll come back and show you what this looks like. Okay, shut up. I couldn't wait. Yes, it's still steaming. I want you to see this bread. Look at that.
Nice and soft.
It is beautiful. It smells amazing. and I just couldn't wait. I'm so happy. We didn't add any yeast to this dough at all. And look at the texture. It looks like a ciabatta. It looks exactly like it should, like an artisan style bread. I am so happy. This is the best sourdough I have ever made.
Success.
It is completely successful. I hope that you are equally as successful. Now this is Rick's piece.
So guess what we're having for breakfast?
Sourdough bread with butter. Yum. Now I have a whole bunch of different things I want to try with that sourdough. I want to try pizza crust. I want to try pancakes and waffles. And I am very, very excited. Later on today, I'm going to make just a standard sandwich loaf with the beer sourdough. And we'll see. We'll see what we get. I gotta try this. Alright. Did you hear that crunch? Oh my god. This is amazing. Please make this sourdough. It is so worth it. Okay. Now, I hope you try it. I hope you love it. I'm gonna go eat my bread. Until next time, I'll see ya.